nigh unkillable. And with it feels like we're going to have exactly the same situation where Afrika Freaks, they're going to find an early lead. They're going to make really good use of the pressure that this Renekton and this Olaf will have, because yes, Kingen has a favorable matchup, but with the lack of pressure, I feel like Pyosik should have a hard time into the Olaf. But then when push comes to shove, Afrika can't close, and then late game you just kind of win by default as Afrika. Or sorry, as DRX.
As DRX. I understood what you meant.
I'm glad. Thank you for that.
I feel like the Bao Becca factor is something that's very, very scary. If I was an Afrika fan, like this is something that they didn't drop the ball on at all in either of the other drafts. Aphelios was banned either side of it. But this time around, they flexed into the Volibear ban instead, and I think that is really, really dicey. But let's see how it goes as Afrika versus DRX, game number 3. As now, he's heading towards the bottom lane to put on even more pressure. Interesting. We're going for a dive. We're looking for Bao. There's the flash forward. This is so aggressive from Afrika, but it should work out, as it is in fact going to be Lehens that burns down the Aphelios. And they had a plan. I like this. You leave something open that has looked so dangerous, and then you have an answer for it as Becca flashes on in. Lehens is going to die, as that's a bit of a whoopsie. Make that a double kill! The rest of Pyoshik's team is going to be here, just to make sure that there's not going to be too much aggression. Solka moving on around, but Afrika are trying to collapse onto this Syndra, who's now going to get that scat of the week, but Bang gets on over. Kathy and Rain does a little bit there as Becca goes forward. Oh my god, he's so aggressive as he gets stunned up by the gravity field and taken down. That was a little bit too far, my friend. Becca just getting very excited about the fact that he got 2 early kills, and unfortunately just throws his life away. A bit of an advantage so that your damage is actually relevant. And he has got a fair bit of farm here, now waiting off to the side as the hook is going to connect there onto Lehens. Flayed back into the team, and he's going to die. Oh, flash forward from Pyosik. Does find the gonk in the end and takes the lantern to safety as Bao.
The OPL, but you know, it's nice.
Well, I mean, the OPL doesn't exist.
I know, it's been rebranded and it was taken. I know. But you know what I mean.
I'm definitely very excited about the, the redo of Oceanic League of Legends.
I'm pretty sure it's on there. I will send you.
Because I searched.
I will send you a link later.
What is it like? It's not Finding Neverland. It's Neverland.
It's the Promised
something
Neverland.
Else.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah, that's the one.
Big recommendation. Do it after this game though, because I feel like this game is going to go places in a very fun,
okay,
unorthodox way.
I mean, I'm not going to do it right now.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the audience.
Relatively
effectively. Good job.
Okay, Pyosik gets smote. And now Dread thrown through the undertows. Doesn't quite find that one really on the best angle, but Pyosik is still getting taken down relatively low. Who am I kidding? This is a Mundo, and he's going to turn and take down the Olaf. That took way too long, but it did eventually get turned as the hook is going to land there onto Lehens. There's a stopwatch. It was an odd one, but it was pretty cool as the cast comes out, and that's going to spell the death of the Mundo. However, Bao is here with all of that extra damage. Infernum coming on through, and he is going to be eliminated. And DRX do come out on top once again. KT as well. But everything else has been a 3-game series for this team. It's crazy. It's only been 1-2 losses. We are going to see a bit of a fight here towards the bottom side, but Bao immediately gets rid of the Olaf. That's a double kill as Becca will try and run away. Bang grabs a double for himself as well. But when you're just trading like I don't think Afrika are coming out far enough ahead.
You lose. It's a 4-for-2 trade.
Oh, Bang's dead.
Can he?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he gets donked.
Donk!
I feel like at this point it's only Bang that can actually deal with him.
So I was looking at the bottom lane play, and I was like, oh, if it's 2-for-2, then maybe that's like just a little bit bad, but I didn't notice that Fly was also just getting murdered in the river. But Pyosik is so comfortable, he's just happy to wander through a mid laner and be absolutely fine. What the hell is that gonk damage? It's disgusting. There's a level 11 Mundo really starting to pump out the hurt as Bao misses the ulti. There's a missed gonk there as well as DRX getting enclosed on. Decent play there to try and get rid of the Renekton, but it's not quite enough. Keen coming on through and cutting everyone up. But Pyosik's still here, still running, trying to lock down the damage. Solka off to the side did, I believe, throw down an ulti on top of Fly, which is why he's limping towards this battle. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but Bao is dead. And that could be a problem. Keen flashes on forward. Good gravity field as the Gnar is going to be taken down. But the first mountain is going to be taken here by DRX. It feels so cookie cutter, but it works so well as we've got an extraordinarily late teleport that is not going to get towards this Drake. As we've got Mountain Soul Point. Yes, get your Monka W's in the chat. This is a very scary Mundo, as that's a lantern that Bao really needed to click on, and did so. Dread presses his R button once again and finds absolutely no joy. Bottom side, he has teleport available, and Solka's moving down from top. Bao looking to get into position. He's got the short-range weaponry armed and ready to go, and now we're looking for... Oh, gosh. Okay, no Gonk going to connect there, as Pioshik's just going to boop him with his E. As Lahens, he's zoned out as well. And Afrika, they felt like they had to go for something like this. As bang! Flashing on forward with the killer instinct. Looking for even more as Beck has to flash out. Pioshik diving into the backline, secures the kill onto Fly, but it's not quite enough as Solka gets a decent disengage with his scat of the week. And Afrika went for it, and it paid off in the end. Bang takes about 1 trillion damage there from the Baron, but he should be able to heal up just a little bit here as DRX looking to get into position one more time. Lahens on the flank once more, as this Baron's going down extraordinarily low. They might actually be able to grab this, as there's the Moonlight Vigil. A lot of damage there onto the Olaf, but he is able to secure the Baron. Now, can DRX actually find a fight, as once again, everyone's just running. Keen is going to die, but he might be the only one sacrificed, and this could just be a free Baron over to Afrika. I say free, I guess they traded a Crocodile for it. Fly has no teleport, so there's no way they're actually going to get down, so free Mountain Soul. For Pioshik on his Mundo, Kingen on his... Solka potentially in trouble here on the bottom side. As Keen looking for him. We've got a full rotation over, but the rest of DRX is going to find Bang in transition. It's absolutely not what you want, but he does get over that wall with the killer instinct now. Kingen gets his Narbar together. Solka once again going to have to use that flash. He's not in this fight, but you can see Keen going down very, very low. Kingen gets a huge shield from that Sterix.
Doing it!
That's going to be a Chaos Storm to end all Chaos Storms as Fly picks up the double kill. Oh my goodness, he finally turns up, and in the nick of time.
Approaching like 120 minutes of gameplay as Lahens. Be careful.
Yeah, over the wall now as DRX looking to try and catch him in transition. He is able to blast cone his way to relative safety. Now the rest of DRX are closing in, and Pioshik misses the Gonk this time around, but should be able to land the next one. As nope, there's a stopwatch as Fly finds the teleport. And this is a lot of damage onto Pioshik, but he takes himself a lantern, gets himself out to safety as Bao doing a lot of long-range damage. This Calibrum Crescendum is so strong. Moonlight Vigil, I believe, connected there onto Keen. No, actually wasn't able to find it, as the Renekton does go down in the end. He wasn't exactly the target they were looking for first, but DRX do grab one, and now they're looking to turn onto the Baron, which will go down extraordinarily
And if they
fast.
don't do anything, that might be game, because that is not only a Baron, that's also going to be an Elder for DRX here. They need to do something.
Bang. Tries to get damage onto Pioshik as Fly locks down Becca. Now Kingen looking to try and answer it. The Chaos Storm not really doing too much right now as the Baron was secured by DRX. Just the Thresh going to be taken here as Afrika are rotating over towards this Elder Drake. You can see DRX wanting to get there as soon as they possibly can. It's going to be a 4 versus 4. The health lead should be there for DRX, but Afrika should have positional advantage.
I don't know if Afrika can do this. They need to be so careful. I don't think that the cooldowns or the damage available to take this Drake.
Oh no, yeah, they don't have the health bars either, as you can see. DRX do just bully position, but now the teleport to come through from Keen. This is going to be a 5 versus 4. Make it a 4 versus 4 as immediately Lahens is taken down. Free hitting is Bao on the back line, and they just don't have the health bars. Oh no, this will be the double big buffs for DRX. And this is Mountain Soul as well. They have every neutral everything that they could possibly want. Side the Afrika base as Lahens taking a lot of damage here. Keen looking for a potential way in, but if Pioshik's there on the front line, it's just impossible to get past him. He's so beefy. Throws down the ulti now. They've taken one Nexus turret. The rest of Afrika have regrouped. Hook is going to go wide as Dread has to find his way back onto the fountain. Fly, unfortunately, just going to get pulled all the way in. Now the Nexus is exposed, and DRX with brute force. Though, you know, like every time Pioshik is just all about having fun. As we can see, top side of the map was invisible on the side of Afrika outside of, you know, one heroic play out of Keen, which came too little too late. And you look on the side of DRX, everyone pulling their weight pretty much. And it felt like mid lane was completely invisible this game, but both of them did a hell of a lot of damage. In fact, Fly doing the most damage in the game. And yes, he did have a couple of decent team fights, but in the end, it ultimately didn't matter.
Yeah, I feel like Fly, as you say, like his damage is really, really good, but the lack of map pressure that they had surrounding that mid lane made every subsequent play so much harder as well, right? Like, think what happens if you do have priority, which I think in this matchup you're not really supposed to have, but you're also not supposed to lose it as hard as was the case for Fly here. Then all of a sudden those Olaf plays from Jet might look a little bit less desperate. I also think that Lahan's actually had like a super solid game here. I feel like he was one of the highlights, like the way that he was able to consistently keep power away, one of the main reasons why you see his Aphelios damage be so low. But it just isn't enough, and I feel like that's kind of a recurring theme with Afrika, where you're like, they're good, they're okay, they have their moments, but then when it comes down to it, they just don't win, and Afrika is just the DRX is just the 100% polar opposite of that.
Thank you very much, guys. And DRX was able to add another victory on their scoreboard, win number 7 for the split. And Phyllis got unleashed in this game. And we have 5 bans coming out for the jungle position. The Puzik's answer was Dr. Mundo. I think a lot of players are trying to actually target ban. Some of them pick that a specific player prefers, but this time around, Afrika Freaks wanted to just let them play Aphelios and Thresh, and they wanted to play around Olaf and Gragas Calm coming out from Lihans and Dread. And Victor was picked by Fly once again as a blind pick, but he had a very ordinary build this time around. But in the end, I think Soka kind of always had the lane control starting from the get-go and all throughout the game, which allowed more space over to Dr. Mundo. So maybe Orianna could have been a better kind of duo for Olaf, but this is something based on the result of this game. So we saw some counter jungle play coming out from Dread as well, and they connected that into a bottom turret dive. But in the current jungle meta, it does have a bit of a risk. So let's take a look at this highlight. From the beginning, Afrika Freaks wanted to go for a very aggressive all-in play down on the bottom lane. Had this been a lot more cleaner, this could be a huge risk for DRX as well. I thought Afrika could just back, but they went in once again. However, Becca stayed so calm, and as if he predicted that Gragas will take the turret aggro, he actually used his skill in order to make him take 2 turret shots. Mundo, whereas, was bleeding in the jungle, but because of that accident that happened on the bottom lane, he was able to earn this tempo in order to counter jungle Olaf's jungle. But this is where the jungle difference started to accelerate. So that was a very extreme turret dive, and we saw why not many teams execute those plays. Once a jungler's die, actually other laners get the effect as well, and the opponent jungler can out-camp yourself. Afrika Freaks tried to stick to their aggressive play throughout this game. However, they could not close it out cleanly. So we wanted to analyze why. What happened exactly? So Mundo was getting chased down by Olaf, and Kai'Sa and Gragas had this lane priority, but Gragas actually kind of takes a position on the right side of the map, which allows Becca to make a backup a lot more faster than Lihans. Whenever the players are like having a fight, I'm pretty sure Olaf would have made a call that he's going in for that fight, but I'm not sure why Lihans went to the deeper side down on the lane. I guess that was a communication issue to conclude. Afrika could have extended their lead down on the bottom lane with that rotation up to the fight. happening in the river. And that could have been a kill. Going over to Olaf, taking down Dr. Mundo. Africa, they are trying to go aggressively, but because of those small detailed mistakes and accidents, I think they are having some communication issue throughout this game, or maybe throughout the split. Now let's take a look at the player of the game, and it's gonna be Pyosik on Dr. Mundo. Finally, after losing 2 games, he was able to find success. He was taking 40% of the damage on the side of DRX, and also he had some high damage output. And also props over to Becca, who has been performing great throughout the series today, but I think Pyosik was having a phenomenal game on that Mundo as well. Kura wanted to vote for Mundo, but still Becca was the one who allowed Pyosik to get scaled, so Kuro, I guess he voted over to Thresh, but with that POG, Pyosik makes it to the 3rd place here in the LCK POC standings. And we saw some of the best jungle play possible in the current meta from Pyosik in this game on Mundo. 2 mid laners, 1 jungler, and 1 top laner. Some of the representative players on the side of each team in the LCK. 549 votes was picked up by Pyosik for that POG, and Becca was a very close contester as well.